What's up, party people? It is MTG next door. It is Doc. I know, it has definitely been a minute. Couple reasons behind that. Main reason is, as you may have heard alluded to in some videos, the whole Doc family is moving to another country. And so things have been pretty involved for us. Long story short, we had our almost winter solstice present and trivia, and so we did a white elephant, and we had TB be a roll of the dice for what he did, and it created oodles and boodles of chaos, and it was lovely. Long story short, I came out of it with some Final Fantasy packs, and then we also had our trivia, and I rolled out of it with some Assassin's Creed. We are also going to be using tonight the absolutely gigantic Madagascar cattle herder's blade. Yeah, we'll call it a blade. It's not really a knife. It's also not a sword either. But anyway, so let's see if I can impale myself and or some cards here. So it is a little bit on the tarnished side because it has been sitting out in a garage for a minute. Ooh, no, we are not going to be using that. That just got tarnish all over the cards. All right, well, that's going to be that. I have to figure something else out. Anybody in the group want a Madagascar cattle herder's dagger? Yeah, we'll call it a dagger. Let me know. Happy to share. We're going to go with the 15 blade instead for the rest of the evening. And that'll be that. Okay, so loved this set. This set was loads of fun to open. Edward Kenway, I think, is the one rare that I didn't get when I opened it that I really wanted. All right. Assassin Initiate. Drestia. Reconstruct History. A Pretty Swamp. Layla Hassan. Okay, that's going to be a double, so I'm going to bring that. Escape Detection. Roshan Hidden Master. Okay, now I'm remembering how these work. All right. If you're like, Doc, why did you happen to have a scalpel within close reach? That is creepy as hell. That's because I use these when we're doing Warhammer for cleaning the sprues off the Warhammer. All right, Monastery Raid, Terminate, never upset to get another Terminate. Palazzo Archers, got a land, we got another Swamp, we got a rare, Evie Fry, that's also going to be a double for me. Let's put the swamps over here. Yep, there we go, we got the lands. We got Fall of the First Civilization, which allows you to blow stuff up. I would love to do this, but I think people would hate me if I did it. We got Arno Dorian. And we got a, that looks like Ezio. Yep, Ezio d'Auditore de Firenze. All right, we got another Roshan Hidden Master. We got a Shao Jun. We got a Palazzo Archers. We got another Swamp. Ooh, I do not have this one. All right. Excalibur, Sword of Eden. So there's all these alien artifacts that are all of Eden. And so this is an interesting one. So 12, that's very expensive. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of historic permanent you control. So you can make that very cheap very quickly. Equipped creature gets 10 plus 0 and has vigilance. And equip legendary creature 2. That is good. That is very good. Chain Assassin, Ezio Brash Novice. All right, that is good. I like that. That's a good one. I mean, you can effectively make that free. Like Soul Ring, your commander. Another artifact or two. There we go. All right, Eagle Vision. Ooh. Oh, I know the deck that goes into. That goes into ninjas all day long. Petty Larceny. Cathartic Reunion. See, told you guys that was a reprint. We got island. We got our rare Royal Assassin. Royal Assassin. Anybody who played Magic in the mid to late 90s, this was the card. So 1 black for a 1/1, tap, destroy target tapped creature. So if you had a Royal Assassin, it did not matter that your friend had if you had a 7/5 Crawworm, it did not matter. If you tapped him, boom, the Royal Assassin would kill him. All right. Did not have a Royal Assassin from there. And then this guy, Stitch has used him so much, it has been ridiculous, and he is all chaos, and I am so glad it has brought so much joy to Stitch. All right, so we got 2 I didn't have. I did not have the Royal Assassin with that art, and I did not have the Excalibur, and that is definitely going right into Yoriku Tiger's Shadow, because if you've never played against that deck, you want to have a high CMC, because when a ninja deals damage, you turn over cards and you deal damage to the whole table based off the CMC. So that is bitching right there. And then even once it's in your hand, you get it down and then you put it on an unblockable ninja, and then now you're just off to the races. All right, so let's do some Final Fantasy, because I have not opened any of this stuff. I can't remember if I know OB opened some of this. I don't know if he opened like a whole box. I think we were all like, this is very expensive. I'm not digging the Cat Girl, but Terra from Final Fantasy VI. Oh my god, I love that game. That is still my favorite game of all time. So there's a lot of wrapper here. These were purchased at my local GameStop because we are closing out all of our, bonusy type accounts. Good heavens. So my son did not want any games. We had some cash, and I was like, I'll take 2 of those packs. All right, so let's see. These I got from my LGS. These came from GameStop. Let's see. Fabrico États-Unis, Fabrico Japon. Okay, so let's do the Japanese ones first, since it's Final Fantasy. Interesting. That did not cut as well. You've seen how I've gone through really easy with the 15 blade. All right, so commons, lands. Okay, so I think we go back to front here. So we got a Namazu Trader. 3 and a black for a 3/4 fish citizen. When this creature enters, you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. When this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, surveil 2. Interesting. Warrior Sword, 3 and a red, job select. When this enters, create a 1/1 hero creature token, then attach it to it. Equipped creature gets +3/+2 and is a warrior in addition to its other types. Okay. Bard's Bow. Let me guess. It's going to do the same thing. Job select. Yep. Equipped creature gets 2/2, has reach, and is a bard in addition to its other types. Summon Chocobo Mog. Okay. I am already, excited for this. So 2 and a white for a saga? Yeah, it's a saga. So Stampede, other creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. And then you do that 4 times, and then suddenly you've got a Chocobo, a Saga, Bird, Moogle. Kupu. All right, stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. All right. 2 and a blue for Aura, Flash, Enchant Artifact or Creature. When this Aura enters, tap Enchanted Permanent. Enchanted Permanent doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Okay. Korul? It's Cat Beast. 1 and a white. Tap target non-enchantment creature. Okay. Fight on. Looks like Aerith is resurrecting somebody there. So 2 and a black for an instant. Return up to 2 target creatures from your graveyard to your hand. That's not bad. Phoenix down. Oh, I remember that. That's from Final Fantasy VI. All right, white for an artifact. 1 and a white, tap, exile this artifact, choose one, return target creature card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Or exile target skeleton, spirit, or zombie. I mean, it's not bad for the price. I just don't know. It's decently slow. Drop the overworld. 5, blue, affinity for towns. Interesting. Draw 4 cards. So I don't know how many towns there are, but theoretically you could maybe draw 4 cards for blue. All right, Sorceress's Scheme. This looks like OB's one that he just pulled. I just watched OB's video for to see what he pulled. That Lotus is awesome, number 1. Number 2, I am going to have to take this moment to point out how Stitch made Obi walk right into it. It was pretty hilarious because, Obi loves him some Star Wars. And the topic, because Stitch picks a topic every year, the topic was my future country, Aotearoa. And so he starts leading him, and Obi buzzes in very confidently to say the actor who played Boba Fett. But he phrased the question in such a way that Obi would jump the gun on this, but that was not the answer to the question. So then it was wrong. And so Obi sat there fuming, and he was like, "You just punched me in the dick." I'm like, "No, he didn't. He held his fist out, and you ran into his fist with your dick." And it was hilarious. And then we all laughed, and then we cried a little bit. And then we are now going to read Sorceress's Schemes. So 3 in a red, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard or exiled card with flashback you own to your hand, and then you add 1 red. Okay, Spellslinger, which me and TB play, that is great because you're doing that, you're bringing something back, and it gets you a red that you're ready to go with. Poo-poo UFO. Okay, that's what she said. 2 for an 0/4 construct alien flying. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay, so it ramps. 3 until end of turn, this creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control. Interesting. Ooh, okay, so I think we got a town. Xanarkand, Ancient Metropolis. Final Fantasy X was an excellent game. Loved that game. Ending, a little interesting, but okay. Anyway, so we got a town. Lasting Faith. 4 green for a sorcery adventure. Create a 1/1 hero creature token. Put a 1/1 counter on it for each land you control. All right. And then this land enters tapped, and you can tap it for green. Interesting. Oh, shiznit. Oh, shiznit. Okay, so we've got a full art etched foil, and it is Kafka Court Mage. So if you've not played Final Fantasy VI, he is the main bad guy, and you initially think he's a moron, but then it turns out he is horribly crazy and awesome. So 2 and Grixis, which I love Grixis when I feel like punishing everybody, for a 4/5 human wizard. When he enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Okay. See, this is what I said, when I feel like punishing people. Then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. 8, each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. And then we transform Kafka. And when we transform him, he becomes Kafka, Ruler of Ruin. He is a 5/7 avatar wizard. He's flying, and whenever opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. Oh, that's awful. That's really awful. Okay. It's 5. That's tough to get out in Grixis. But, oh, man. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. So a mythic and a rare in the first pack. That is a great way to start the day. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Wow, where do we go from here? Like, how does things get better? Yeah, look, these don't slice quite as easily. Man, Kafka, that is awesome. All right, wow. Sorry, I'm still blown away by this. That's pretty rad. All right, so we got us another hero. Vane's Treachery. Kicker, sacrifice an artifact creature for 1 and a black. Target creature gets -2/-2, or -6/-6 if it was kicked. I don't know who Vane is, but he looks like a dick. Light of Judgment. Yep, see, there's Kafka again, blowing shit up. 4 and a red. Light of Judgment deals 6 damage to target creature. So 5 to deal 6 damage to target creature. Destroy up to 1 equipment attached to that creature. Crazy. Town Greeter. 1 and a green for a human citizen. This is when this creature enters, mill 4 cards. You may put a land card from among them into your hand. If you put a town card into your hand this way, you gain 2 life. What the hell is that? That is a Quirin Merchant. It's a beast. 2 and a blue for a 1/4. Draw a card, discard a card. 7, sack this creature, draw 3 cards. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each town you control. All right, white Mage's Staff, 1 and a white. Job select, creature gets 1/1, and whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life, and is a cleric. Okay. Ice Flan. All right. 4 blue for a 5/4 elemental ooze. When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls, put a stun counter on it, and you can island cycle this Mamma Jamma. Prishy's Wandering. I presume that is Prishy with the funky ears. All right. 2 and a green. Search your library for a basic land card or town card. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. When you search your library this way, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. So, I guess that's not bad. I don't think it's good either. All right, Dark Knight's Greysword. That looks rad. 2 and a black. Job select. An equipped creature gets +3/+0 and is a knight in addition to its other types. And then it's Chaos Bringer. Equip, pay 3 life, and activate only once each turn. All right, Realm Sketching. There's a Final Fantasy VI character as well. 2 blue. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact, creature, or land. Galouf's Final Act. I do not recognize that character. 1 and a green until end of turn. Target creature gets +1/+0 engage. When this creature dies, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to its power on up to 1 target creature. Could be interesting. All right, Furion Wild Rose Warriors. We've got a rare. That dude looks mighty fruity. 2 and a red for a 3/3 human rebel warrior. Equipped creatures you control have haste. Okay. Whenever a non-token equipment you control enters, create a token that's a copy of it, except it has this equipment. This equipment's equipped abilities cost 2 less to activate. Sacrifice that token at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting. I feel like there's things you could do with that. All right, what do we got? Wild Rose Rebellion. Ooh, Counterspell. Ooh, this is pretty because it's full art. Well, look at that. I love me a good Counterspell, especially a pretty one. Smashing. Put that there. Anything else in this? Oh, shit. Here we go again. Ultimecia Time Sorceress. You should go and watch OBD's, and a waist. Look at that, a full art waist. You should go watch OBD's video because he did a discussion on this, and yeah, this thing seems awesome. Like, I really dug this lady. Because yeah, you flip her and then you get another turn. Like, how awesome is that? How awesome is that? If I seem distracted, it's because my brain is trying to... there we go. That was a pretty plains. Let's make sure we got those separate too. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I can build Kafka Court Mage in the next, like, 5 days, given the ridiculous amount of stuff I have to do. Man, how long is this video going? Oh my God, we're at 20 minutes. I suck. All right, so it looks like... Oh, look at that. It's assigned Una. Yeah, it looks like lands in the back. Okay. So Bard's Bow we've seen. Rook Turret. 3 and a blue for a 3/3 flying construct. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Aerith Rescue Mission. 3 and a white. Choose one. Take the elevator. Create 3 1/1 hero creature tokens. Take 59 flights of stairs. Tap up to 3 target creatures. Put a stun counter on one of them. Okay. Light of Judgment. Sephiroth's Intervention. 3 and a black. Destroy target creature. You gain 2 life. It's pretty expensive for what you get. Adventurer's Inn. It's a town. When this enters, you gain 2 life. Tap for colorless. Syncope. That's a good counter spell. Phantom Train, also from Final Fantasy VI. That was a very tough boss fight. 3 and a black for a 4/4 trample artifact vehicle. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. Put a 1/1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. Ring of Lucy. 4. Tap and add 2 colorless. 2. Tap, pay 1 life. Tap target non-land permanent. Interesting. I don't like the way this creature looks. Shantoto, Tactician Magician, 1 blue-red for an 0/4 dwarf wizard, and I usually like these colors. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this thing gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this spell. If X is 4 or more, draw a card. TB, that's going to you. That's going to you. All right, Garland, Knight of Cornelia. Black-red for a 3/2 human knight. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield transformed. Activate only as a sorcery. Interesting. There's a rare on this. We're going to hide it. So we get Chaos the Endless. Oh, I dig that. Flying. When Chaos dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Interesting. Okay. It's a little tough. So basically you want to get him into the graveyard, which is easy to do because he's a 3/2. And then you're paying 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's doable. All right. And then we've got Xenos Ye Galvus. 3 black for a 4/4 human noble warrior. When Xenos Ye Galvus enters, choose a creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Creatures other than this and the chosen creature get -2/-2. When the chosen creature leaves the battlefield, you transform this Mamma Jamma into Shinryu Transcendent Rival. It is an 8/8 legendary creature dragon. As this creature transforms, choose an opponent. Burning Chains. When the chosen player loses the game, you win the game. That is so awesome. God, how do I do this again? Okay. Okay. I mean, that's a lot of steps, but that is so cool if you pull that off. That is like the ultimate... ultimate Timmy Johnny combo win. Oh man, I like that. I like that. All right, we're putting that there. Then we got Rydia, Summoner of Mist. I think this was Final Fantasy IV, also an awesome game. I like how they did the foiling. Stitch, you wouldn't hate this foiling. It's just parts of things. So red-green for a 1/2 Shaman. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Summon X and then tap this. Return target Saga card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. All right, and then we've got Rabanastre Royal City, and it's basically a town, but it's just red. Okay. Feel like there's got to be a way to do that. Got to be a way. All right. Commune with beavers. I mean, I feel like there's so many jokes I can make right now. This is like portable hole. Yeah, it's like portable hole. I'm going to go commune with beavers at the portable hole. The portable hole helped me to commune with beavers. There we go. That's the joke I was trying to make. So green, we're looking at the top 3 cards of your library. We're taking an artifact, creature, or land and putting them into our hand. Then we're putting the rest on the bottom in any order. We got another Ice Flawn. We got a Chocobo Mog. We got an item Shopkeeper. Whenever you attack, target attacking equipped creature gains menace. All right. Malboro, 4 black for a 4/4 plant horror with bad breath. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 cards of their library. This is awful. I love it. And it's swamp cycling too. That plays all day in graveyard recursion. All right, Vane's Treachery. He still looks like a dick. Ooh. Balam Garden. Oh, it's a command beacon. Interesting. Land, tap for colorless. Tap, sacrifice this land, put your commander into your hand from the command zone. Interesting. Well, that was interesting. Put that there. That's very pretty. Samurai's Katana, job select. Yeah, you make a hero. Gets 2/2, has trample and haste, and is a samurai. Restoration magic. Oh, this is the tiered thing. Choose 1 additional cost. Cure. Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible. That's not bad. So white, and suddenly something's hexproof and indestructible. 1 of white, target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible. End a turn, you gain 3 life. Or then white, 3 and a white, permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible. End a turn, you gain 6 life. That is great. And it's instant speed. Boom. There you go. Beautiful. I love that. Titus, Blitzball Star, 1 white blue for human warrior 2/1. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a 1 counter on Titus. Whenever Titus attacks, tap target creature an opponent controls. All right. Fang, Fearless, Ice. All right. Looks like he's doing something here. So 2 and a black for a 2/3 human warrior. Oh, he's a meld. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. This ability triggers only once each turn. And then we're going to meld with Vanille Cheerful Iki. Oh, good. We do actually get the thing here. And so the thing is Vigilance, Trample, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste. When Ragnarok dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wow. That's bad. I like that. All right, and then we got our rare. We got the Lunar Whale from Final Fantasy IV. 3 and a blue for a 3/5 flying. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. As long as the Lunar Whale attacked this turn, you may play the top card of your library, and you can crew this sucker for 1. It's pretty good. We got an Airship Crash. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. We got an island, and we got a hero. All right. How long did I go? That was long. 29 minutes. All right. Sorry that was long. That was a lot of fun. Good cards. All right. Y'all be safe, and happy winter solstice.